my
Here
gosh.
we go.
Here
Save
it goes.
the best for last.
Here
the Instagram
we
chat
go.
is going crazy right now.
Whoa.
This is coming from user 724301.
Yep.
Says, I don't believe it.
I don't believe it
User
either.
724301, we don't believe it either.
Wow.
Ladies and gentlemen,
Wow.
Kirk Cousins has found a new home, 4-year deal with the Atlanta Falcons.
Wow. I am in shock. I'm in shock. I really am. I didn't think this would actually happen. I mean, this really throws things into, this is why I guess we haven't heard a ton about Justin Fields going to Atlanta or anything like that, right? Florio had been saying he heard that, there was a little bit more interest here than he felt like was being let out. I didn't know. I wasn't sure where it was. I'm a little shocked, like you heard me say, on both sides. One, this throws everything into a kerfuffle now. I'm like, whoa, what's Minnesota going to do at quarterback, right? Two, I'm shocked that Kirk Cousins is going to leave Minnesota with that team, that offense, that coach, right?
Yeah.
And the comfort zone and how much they like him. I'm going to leave Minnesota. And then at the same time, like you heard me say 2 or 3 times already, I can't believe that Atlanta is going to go, hey, guy with a torn Achilles that's 35 that doesn't move that well, you're our new beacon of hope here, right? And you're in charge of getting us off on the right foot to make sure everybody likes Raheem Morris and the new regime here. That's where to me.
Should be able to do that, though. I mean, he's one of the most talented, in the system quarterback. He's going to have Arthur Smith now.
Right.
Right?
No, he doesn't have Arthur Smith. He's got Zach Robinson from the Rams, who has yet to call plays as an offensive player.
That's right.
Right?
Yep.
And we got that along with, hey, I mean, again, I think we're all like, I like Drake London. How good is he? I'm not sure yet. Kyle Pitts, I think there's some there that would I know he's good, but how good, right? I mean, there's some unknown there in Atlanta.
Certainly.
That's where I think I'm surprised more than anything here as far as him being the quarterback.
So you know Raheem Morris, right?
Yeah.
He's your guy, right? He wanted to go out there. This is his second chance.
Yeah.
It came later than maybe he thought it should have.
Yeah, right.
And so maybe
Raheem was in Washington with Cousins.
Oh, that's interesting.
He was part of the Shanahan whole coaching staff there that was there with him. So
their biggest need clearly was a quarterback.
Definitely.
You think they could have gone the Fields route, they could have gone a rookie quarterback, but maybe he just said, screw all that. We're going to take a known commodity and we're going to pay him whatever he wants to be paid.
I think that's exactly what you're hitting there, right? I mean, that's the logic. Yeah, known commodity, and a commodity we know that knows how to run this offense. And now our first-time play caller in Zach Robinson is going to have a guy that, he's not teaching it a total foreign language here. They're going to be able to speak the right language right away and formulate the offense and things, the way they want it. And listen, if he was totally healthy, right, and all of that, I'd feel better for Atlanta. I just think, yeah, it's risky. And I think more than anything, I'm shocked that Kirk Cousins would do it. That's where that's what I want to hear is what were they offering him as far as in Minnesota, and what did he ultimately get from the Atlanta Falcons to pull the trigger and make this move?
Man. Neil Tay 2410 says JJ requesting a trade next now that Kirk is gone. You do wonder what Justin Jefferson thinks of this in Minnesota.
Well, they'll keep the conversations going with him. He's going to know what's going on. I don't think let's see what they do here as far as that next move at the quarterback position. Justin Jefferson at the same time, I mean, he can still look at it and go, "Wait, this guy I got called on the plays, like I said, he knows how to get people open. There's no doubt about that. But yeah, this changes the whole quarterback market dynamic, all of that, with Atlanta Falcons being out of the now not having to worry about drafting a quarterback in the top 10, right? That's not going to happen. And now they can, divulge themselves into other needs and areas on their football team where they see fit.
So Cousins' wife's family,
she's from there, right?
Alpharetta, Georgia, which
right.
I think is close to Atlanta,
yeah,
suburb. An hour away.
That was always the thing, is that they were looking for houses there, and that the schools had been looked into by the Cousins family. That was really the thing that started to sway the markets as far as Kirk Cousins maybe will be with the Atlanta Falcons. But I'm still shocked. I'm shocked. That's a bold move to just give away wow, I've been playing at a high level with what I think is one of the 5 or 6 best offensive coordinators in football and the best receiver, or definitely top 3 receiver in football, along with a pretty good supporting cast around it. I'm shocked by it. I really am.
So Falcons have pick number what?
7 or 8, I think.
I think it might be 8.
Yeah, let me see. I got it right here.
I mean, you probably could get one of the top 2 wide receivers in that range. I don't know that they'll do that. I don't know what their biggest team needs are, but you could supplement Kirk Cousins even more. But they have invested heavily into that side of the ball, into those skill positions here in the past.
O-line has got a lot of money on it, right?
Yeah.
They got the tailback. They got Drake London. They got Kyle Pitts, right? I mean, that's 3 top 10 picks they got right there.
John Robinson.
Exactly, right. They need defensive guys. They need some studs on D, right? I would think they're going to be in the pass rush market at pick number 8, right? And again, I haven't watched the pass rushers yet and all of that. Dallas Turner, right? Like it's going to be, I would think something like that.
So they don't even need to worry about a quarterback there now. So that does help them.
No,
I mean, like it clearly helps the Atlanta Falcons. You're more confused
that's
on
what
why
I said. They're not have to worry about quarterback now. They can just divulge themselves into other areas. I'm more shocked by anything that Kirk Cousins did it. I really am. I am totally surprised, and I want to know the difference in money that made it clear, or was there no difference? And he was just on 10 on, I'm leaving Minnesota. I'm mad they didn't offer me something big already, or he just wanted to leave with the family and be in a place where, his wife felt comfortable.
You know what he thought?
Yeah.
He looks at his division, the NFC North, and goes, this is the Lions division for the next 20 years or so. What am I doing here playing second fiddle to the Detroit Lions? So, in all seriousness, what do you think about the Atlanta Falcons now with the Bucs, with the Saints, with Carolina, who coming off their 2-win season? I mean, would you put Atlanta over Tampa Bay, over New Orleans as the new favorite?
I mean, let me see the rest of free agency and how this plays out first. I picked Atlanta to win the NFC South last year. I like Atlanta's roster. You know that. How many times did we sit here on a Sunday night and go, Atlanta outplayed the other team, but the quarterback could not do anything?
Sure.
Right? I mean, I started to sound like a broken record for a while there because I was just like, they controlled the game. I mean, they just can't trust the quarterback. He did this, he did that, he missed this guy, he missed this guy. So, yeah, I would not be shocked to see this team make a jump this year, let alone you got the new coach energy bump that I give, right? And, the owner wanting to make the new coach look good with the new coach money bump that goes along with that, right? Hey, we got to make sure, they know we like this guy, and we gotta support him, right? And that to me could be 2 things that certainly, can help them out. But I'm a fan of Raheem, right? I'm a fan of McVay and that offense and what they do. I don't really know Zach Robinson all that well, and then overall, I like their team. They just need, to me, they're another team, like I've said with the Raiders, need another blue chip player or 2 on the defensive side of the ball that can make a big play in a big moment. Last year, they only had one guy that seemed like he could do that, and that was Jesse Bates. He was kind of the star that made the big plays. But who else is it going to be? Like we talk about, with the great teams, the great defenses, we can list off like 4 or 5 guys easily. Atlanta, you couldn't do that. So now they'll get to support probably Raheem's defense from here on out.
Alib05 in the live Instagram chat says, would J.J. McCarthy be a good fit in Minnesota? This is interesting here now because a rumored name, I feel like the most heavily rumored name among draft prospects for Minnesota is Michael Penix. That's a guy that can get in the pocket and throw it all over
chuck
the
it
field.
Around the field.
It would be interesting to see Kevin O'Connell with a rookie quarterback. Now they draft.
They're 11. So they're in. There's a very good chance J.J. McCarthy, Bo Nix, right?
Who's the best fit for
Michael
Kevin O'Connell?
Penix? Gosh, the thing I like about O'Connell is he can really make his offense fit anybody, right? He's got a good enough offense to go, wait, I'm going to kind of tinker and do this, and this fits this guy, and this fits that guy, whatever, right? Ooh, I like them all. I don't look at any of them to go, Michael Penix might be the more Kirk Cousins-ish, where he's not going to make a ton of plays outside the pocket and scramble and do that like Kirk Cousins, but he's going to stand in there and make throw after throw down the football field for sure.
But you're not convinced that offense necessarily needs that.
I'm not. I'm
Could
not.
be more.
And the other two guys, though, are, they're damn good and they can do that too. J.J. McCarthy, we just didn't get to see him have the burden of doing that. Yeah. But nonetheless, I don't doubt he can. It's just that'll be a little bit of an adjustment for him, right? Bo Nix is used to like, hey, I throw the ball every play and we ride me and we don't really run the ball in Oregon and here we go, right? And Michael Penix the same way. McCarthy, I feel like, is like a little bit where you'd want to go, hey, we want to play a little more balanced approach here at first. He's, played at Michigan. They didn't always put a lot on him that way, right? So you'd want to, I think, probably almost play that way at first as he continues to grow as a player. Yeah. Almost like a Brady in New England. Let's play defense. We'll manage him. He'll make a few good throws every now and then. And then after a few years, hopefully he gets to a place where it's like, okay, you're the man now. Shotgun, carry the team. Here we go. We'll see. But, yeah, I think he's maybe – the least ready to carry the full burden like that, I guess is what I'm trying to say.
Thims says in the chat, Seahawks fan here, hoping we get Penix at number 16, so please pick JJ or Bo, Minnesota. So just trying to send some positive vibes out there to other teams on quarterbacks that could help them, but also help the Seattle Seahawks. I'm glad we got that.
I am too.
That would have felt like such a bummer if we got done with like, great job.
And we started walking away, and they're like, Cousins just signed. What?
Oh my God, that was my dream. That was my wish at the top of the pot. I was like, we're going to go until it happens, and now it's happened.
Well, what I can't wait for is Florio, right? Florio, a Vikings fan here, right?
Yes.
Right? Florio, you've heard me make fun of him. I mean, he's all in on Kirk Cousins. Then last weekend, he was kind of like, I want Baker Mayfield to be my starting quarterback.
Oh, man.
Right? Now it's, okay, we're back to Kirk. That's good. And here we are. It's like, no, you got no quarterback right now. What you going to do? What are you going to do?
What is it, Jaron Hall? I mean, they still got him.
Yeah, no, they're going to have to make a move here. They are. They're going to have to, they almost have to make a move or get somebody that's respectable just for, the receiving core they got to please Justin Jefferson to a degree. They can't just be throwing the Jaron Halls of the world out there, right? So this is where it's going to be kind of excited to see where this goes from here. Yo, homies, what's up? I know it's the offseason, but it's never the offseason on Simms Unbuttoned. Me and Ahmed Fareed are going to be here for it all. We got free agency. We're going to break it all down. The draft, the rankings of positions. Of course, we're going to unpack it all. Hit subscribe, get to my free agency reactions, 2024 draft rankings, and more. Thanks again for watching. Peace out, homies. See you soon.